have made the most important discovery in the history of our world.
Hello, I'm Gina Deere, and I'm the writer and creative mind behind Artful Planet. And right now, I'm actually sitting in a hotel room in Narita, which is outside of Tokyo, Japan. I've had a wonderful opportunity to get to come and teach for a year in Japan, and so what I wanted to do alongside of my art videos is to create a video diary of what it's like to immigrate to another country, specifically Japan, and just the life in general of this year, which I'm hoping is an incredible experience. To give you just a quick backstory on how I got here in this hotel room where I will be for the next 14 days isolating, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a story behind this. I'd like to say this all started when I learned about abandoned homes in Japan, and I thought that was really interesting. I have lived in Japan before and I have visited before. It is one of my favorite countries on the planet. I love this place. So I started looking through online on ways to get to Japan. And teaching became one of those options. There was a placement company that would hire teachers or foreigners who are native English speakers to come, and they will dispatch them to local areas to teach English in partnership with local, they call them Board of Educations, but it's like an independent school district, or I don't know what they're called in your state. But in Texas, they're called independent school districts. So I applied. And I got a phone interview, and I got a regular interview, and I got the job. One of the things that makes me a little different about the average person traveling to Japan to teach English is I am not fresh out of college. I have had years of experience teaching in elementary schools and public school in Texas, and so this was like a fun transition, and definitely a challenge for me. So that started, or the hiring date was back in 2019. And then 2020 happened. And 2020 brought with us the coronavirus and all the borders shut down, and the job that I thought I had lined up starting June of 2020 immediately fell through. So I scrambled to make sure that I had a teaching position for the fall of 2020, happened to be virtual, and continued through there until Japan started opening up again. And they said, okay, we'll allow select visa holders to come. So the company that originally hired me reached back out to me and said, would you still be interested? And I said, absolutely. So we started the paperwork process for visas and certificates of eligibility and all those kinds of government legal documents that allow people to move between countries without getting in trouble or sent back home. And that took the better part of last fall of 2020. And starting Christmas of 2020, I was geared up, ready to go. All I had to do was quarantine, make sure I didn't get COVID, because they won't let you fly with COVID. And then the border started closing down again. There was this super spreader virus coming straight out of the UK. It found its way to Japan. Japan started going, whoop, nope, we changed our mind. We're going to close back up again. But there was this tiny little grace period of 1 week. If you already had your visa and all the documents in order, you could still make it so long as you made it before midnight January 4th. Well, right now, it's 8:20 January 3rd. You can tell how close I cut this. Consider me Indiana Jones rolling through the bottom of the temple and grabbing the hat. Needless to say, it was a very close call. I managed to rearrange some flights, get all my stuff to order, pack as fast as possible, and I made it through all right. So this has been a 2-year-long process just to have the opportunity to teach for a year in Japan. Now, once I made it off the plane and I made it past customs and immigration and quarantine and COVID procedures, I made it out to the terminal where somebody from the company was willing to meet me there. They arranged a van to pick me up and all of my big luggage and drove me to a hotel, which is really close to the airport. And this, what you see behind me, will be my humble abode for 14 solid days. I'm allowed to go to the lobby with a mask on to pick up my bento box for breakfast. And then at noon, I get to go pick up a bento box for lunch. And then in the evening, I pick up one bento box for dinner. That's it. I can't go anywhere else. I can't talk to anybody else. I can't hang out in the lobby. I have to wear my mask. If I step out from here to the door in any way, I have to make sure I'm wearing my full mask on. The Japanese are very serious about making sure we don't spread this infection, and I definitely want to be respectful of that. They just let me in their country, guys. They're willing to pay me. This is amazing. So I don't know if this is just the delirium of a long flight and long immigration process, but I am so excited. This is going to be a great opportunity, and I wish that you will have the opportunity to follow along with me, and I will hear from you hopefully as we continue. These first 2 weeks are gonna be kind of boring, but I hope you can forgive me. For now, I'm Gina Deer. This is the Artful Planet, and for right now, this Artful Planet is in Japan.